Hello everyone. I want to talk about a report published by ECFR on 23rd of September. It is written by a Turkish journalist, Untitled Chapter, on the coup attempt in Turkey and Fethullah Gülen's involvement. I will discuss what I think is good, bad and strange about the report. So, what is good about the report? One, it highlights the problematic aspects of the judicial process in important cases such as Ergenekon and Sledgehammer, and how the justice system can fail to identify possible wrongdoings in Turkey. So that is good. But I have to mention, the author dislocates the agency of the government and blames the Gulenists for every single wrongdoing without evidence, just like Erdogan does. 2. Another good thing about the report is that she draws attention to the importance of democracy and rule of law and how frail it is at the moment in Turkey. What is bad in the report? First of all, the title, The Good, the Bad and the Gulenists. From the outset, it presents Gulenists as the ugly, which sort of suggests a dislike of these ugly people, which may have some impact on the objectivity of the report. 2. There are factual errors. I have counted like 14 factual errors in this 10-page report. For example, it incorrectly describes Said Nursi as a Sufi Islamist and claims that Gülen moved to the USA to escape from an investigation about him, which is also false. 3. It relies very much on phrases such as "it was rumored" or "in the eyes of many Turkish people" or "most journalists" or "sources from the government", etc. Particularly when an accusation is leveled against the movement, that is a bit vague. 4. The author is skeptical about any wrongdoings made about Kemalists, but the sense of skepticism vanishes when it comes to the accusations about the Hizmet people. It seems like she is absolutely convinced that the movement has a dark side and therefore Gulenists are culpable of every possible crime one can imagine. 5. The report maintains a biased approach to accusations, where people are labelled as terrorists without any due process. It tries to persuade the reader to believe that Hizmet was involved in the coup through the portrayal of movement as being one with a long history of suspicious activities. 6. The author inadvertently downplays how Levent Tukan was tortured to give a confession. So she actually calls it as ill treatment in her report. She also ignores the similar ill treatments which may have happened to many other people. A few strange about the report as well I have to mention. The report claims that there is enough evidence linking followers of Gülen to the coup, but evidence pointing to Fethullah Gülen himself remains scant. So we ask, what concrete and non-circumstantial evidence does the author give us, which is not disclosed to public? Here is the paragraph about it. Government sources and Gülen experts close to the investigations have told her so, or ECFR so. How convenient is this? The accusing party says so, therefore it must be true then. We have to assume it is true. How can this be enough to blame an entire movement for such a heinous crime? The author puts way too much trust in the government sources accusing Gulenists, but she conveniently ignores some other related claims by them. For instance, the current Minister of Interior Affairs, Süleyman Soylu, openly claims that the USA was behind the coup attempt. I wonder why Asli ignored this particular government accusation and just mentioned the ideas and accusations about Gulenists. The report claims to look at the role of Gulenists in the coup attempt, but rather than questioning and evaluating the perception portrayed by Erdogan and his media, the report just blindly reinforces the same narrative.